Hey guys, what's up? Wildrift, back again with another video. This time, I'm giving you 5 tips that will help you as a support main. Now, this is to help those who are playing or forced to play as support. So, are you ready? Now, without further ado, let's get started. Tip number 1. Leash as much as possible. This is an important tip, especially in Platinum and above. This can also be helpful to Gold rank players. But if you leash your jungle in Gold rank, make sure to tell your ADC what you plan to do, or else they will troll or flame you. This helps your jungler clear camps faster, as well as a faster gank speed compared to the enemy jungler. If the monster's health is 1k below, just move to your lane because your jungler can finish it off. Tip number 2. Don't be afraid to gank mid if possible. Now, I know this sounds a bit weird, but good ganking can snowball mid lane and potentially win your game. But I cannot explain the concept properly as I'm still studying this, but there's a lot of videos in YouTube that can properly explain this much more clearly. Although I can give some do's and don'ts based on my experience. Don't gank mid unless you have an ult already.
On my way.
Always group for heralds or any other major objective, especially dragon.
On my way has fallen.
Always communicate with your ADC before leaving him or her behind. And now on to tip number 3. Know who will carry your game. A carry is not just your ADC. It can be your mid, jungler, or top allies. In short, a carry is someone that would carry your team. A good example is burst assassins against squishy enemy composition. Examples such as Zed, Akali, or Yasuo. If you focus protecting and ganking them, they will carry the game easily. The same cannot be said if the enemy has a fighter or tanky-like compositions. Against this, your ADC is your carry because of his DPS. The number of AD and AP champions can also affect the match. For example, a top lane Nasus generally builds MR, so if your team is against a heavy AP composition, then Nasus is your carry, not to mention his late game monstrosity. Knowing this is important, especially in high elo. Those supports who can identify their carry and help snowball their carries generally wins more games. Tip number 4. Proper warding. Now, most supports know how to place wards, but some of them doesn't know the difference between offensive and defensive wards. For simplification, offensive wards are those that give information about the whereabouts of the enemy jungler, and defensive wards are those that keep your lane safe from getting ganked or lighten up objectives so that your jungler knows what is happening to that objective, be it dragon or herald. And the following will be the places where you should put your wards if you're playing defensively.
Swim against the current.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't stay on the run to the other side.
And now for offensive wards. This warding spot should give you information about the enemy jungle camps as well as the enemy's position. This should give your team an edge over the enemy and helps you win more games.
My quest beckons.
Tip number 5. Harassing. Supports are meant to protect their carries and help them be useful, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't give pressure to the enemy team, especially if you're a tank support. For caster supports like Nami, Janna, and etc., you can poke using your skills to punish the enemy, just like I did in this gameplay. For engaged supports such as Rakan and Alistar, your goal is to basically bait the enemy skills so that you can set them. This can be learned through experience alone, as you playing against the same champion more than once, you will eventually memorize their skill range and of course their CDs, so play more games. But once mastered, you will immediately see some differences on how the enemies will react to you. So, did I miss anything? How would you rate my editing? And is there something I should improve on or add on? Please let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching the video. I'll leave you with this clutch gameplay that I managed to capture when I was playing support. Peace out and enjoy.
Enemy slain. Double kill. Enemy slain. Triple kill. Killing spree. Engage. Retreat on my way. On my way. On my way. On my way. Enemy turret destroyed. Attack Baron. On my way. Engage. Retreat.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side.
Retreat, retreat, retreat. Retreat from the enemy champion.
But you never do. Sugar, there's a reason.
Attack the Nexus! Attack the Nexus! Attack the Nexus! Retreat from the Nexus! On my way!